Morning. Good morning. Welcome to the morning show. It's Wednesday. I don't even know what date it is. 28th. That's right, because yesterday was the 27th, and boy, wasn't that a debacle on figuring out the dates. Oh, man. But look, we are so excited to be here. This is the morning show where we show up to kickstart our day. Some might even say, start the day. So, we're super excited to do so. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. By the way, I love it when Twitch folks comment because they're like, this is not a video game. I don't even know why I'm going to Twitch. I'm just throwing it out there. See what happens. We're also live on the Tick of the Talk. How y'all doing? Good to see you. That's my country coming out. Can't help it. And we also got Clubhouse panel live today. We got Martinez Rory from Nashville, Tennessee. Martinez, what's up?
What up? Good morning.
Morning. We also got Billy McCool, Kayla McCool, Team McCool from West
Team
Memphis,
McCool.
Arkansas. What's up, McCools?
What up?
Hey!
Love it.
The dynamic duo.
Dynamic. All right. If you're live with us, by the way, leave a comment. Let us know you're out there. We're getting ready to hop into a conversation. I am going to throw out a little appetizer just to see if this catches or not, see if this was already known or not. But today is National Superhero Day. Did everybody know that?
What?
For
No, I had
real,
no
for
idea.
real.
I had no idea.
I didn't
Hey,
either.
Jason.
You should not have told me that.
I can't help it. I saw it on the news and I was like, is that real? So I looked it up. Today is National Superhero Day. So,
Jason, I'm about to age us all right now. Are you ready? Are you
Okay.
ready?
I'm ready for a miracle.
Jesus is my superhero. You're my star and my best friend.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Yeah,
What?
name that tune.
I don't-
can't name that one.
I think I just aged myself. Oh, God.
Uh-oh. I don't
I
know
wanna
about
be
no
there.
superhero, but I know he's a friend of mine.
He-
Bum.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Oh.
I'll have to look that up. I love that. I did too until Kayla said that, and then it's like it's like my mind was like, I don't have anything for that, but I do have this. It's like my mind gave me an alternative. Now all I see is that bass player like thinking he's a boss, like no, it's the guitar player. It's a guitar player. Anyways, we can talk about that later. Go ahead.
So if it's National Superhero Day, who would be your number one superhero?
Who would be?
outside? Like, is it Marvel? Is it DC? Is it Richie Rich?
We need TJ
Richie Rich.
Pruitt on here. We need TJ Pruitt on here.
I know, T-Bone. If you see this, of course, we already know who his superhero is, which might cause some controversy. I could barely hear you, Bill, but I heard it. Oh, we've had a conversation.
Right.
There you go.
That's why him and I are such good friends.
Because you've gotten through
Because-
that.
We've gone through the difficult times of talking about that disagreement.
Yeah.
And we've agreed to disagree.
For sure.
Hey, every true friendship has to go through that conversation.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we're going deep.
And this is why Billy and I don't talk about this.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Well,
Fair enough.
I'm just putting it out there. Incredible Hulk is my favorite superhero.
Oh.
Just gonna have-
I've not really heard that one too much, so I got to know why. Why the
Well,
Hulk?
Well, obviously the madder he gets, the stronger he gets. The guy's just,
Martinez,
I just love him.
will we not like you when you're angry?
So
Oh,
I'm gonna ask the question: your favorite superhero, does that reveal something about your own insecurities and what you wish you were?
Stop it. Stop. No,
Doing some of
we're not
that
going there.
that psychology stuff, man.
You turn off
What do
his
you see
mic.
in this picture? What do you
Turn off
see?
his mic.
When you see
No.
Batman, what do you see?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I see
I'm gonna
justice.
defer that question I'm gonna defer the answer to that
Yeah.
question.
Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't making fun of you, Martinez. I was being silly.
No, you're fine, man. I get it, but wow.
He said, "Wow."
Hey,
Let me tell you something. Martinez
Hey.
is used to being roasted a little bit.
hey, you know what? You know they say like, what when you're all alone, what do the voices say to you? I'm like, am I insecure about this?
See, me and my voices have conversations, so
Uh-huh.
I think that
Right.
technically
Uh-huh.
makes me crazy.
That's funny.
Does it though? Welcome to the day of like look inside of my life with Billy.
Come on. I love it. I love it. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to have to think on that one today as far as the superhero of choice. Because I don't know. I don't go straight to one. Maybe that also says something about me.
Also,
Wanda
you said
Maximoff. Oh my gosh. Wanda Maximoff. I didn't even know she existed
Who's
until
Wanda?
they came. Oh, what?
she's the Scarlet Witch.
Oh, is that who
She's
that is?
she's in the Avengers.
Okay.
She has the brother, and Disney made a whole
Series.
series about her on Disney Plus to get you ready for some of the other movies going down the line. To get you ready, I believe it's to get you ready for the next Doctor Strange movie coming out next year.
Okay. Okay.
It's worth the watch. Oh,
So, all of that aside, Jason, you said that Martinez had a bomb for us today.
Bombs away. Martinez, you asked a question in our pre-show conversation. I want you to ask the audience right now. I want you to drop it like it's hot. Well, thank God it's only audio.
And Billy, unfortunately, this is not a bomb. I mean, this is like we're just talking here. So, but no, like we were kind of talking, and I was thinking about.
Don't make me bad, Bill.
But transitional launching points, or just launching points, as throughout life. I think they're kind of like some. They're there. They're unavoidable, but it's interesting as we transition from young to older, such as children to adults. Obviously, launching points have been kind of like a coming of age, a call to of greater things, of manhood, womanhood, what that kind of thing. And what I mean that it's like launching points are organic, they're exciting, they're it might look something like a child moving from tummy time to actually crawling. You know, everyone's saying, "Yeah, you're crawling," or you mumble your first word, and everyone's like, "Oh, he said daddy or mommy or whatever." But then, as we get older, it transitions quickly to something like the teenage years and sweet 16, and the ideal of, hey, I got my license. I know I'm more independent now. I'm driving out there. And then there's of course graduation, and that's a launching point. Besides the sweet 16, and then there's 21 years of age where you become a man, or what? Can't you join the military at 21 or whatever? You can't join it at under 20, right? But then there's that launching point. But here's the thing, like, besides like getting married, where do adults have launching points, or are there organic transitions of energy,
Man,
where adults have people parading them to greatness and surrounding them with, hey, you can do it, I'm looking forward to it, launch out into the future. Your life is, it means something,
yeah.
because at early age we got all kind of, we have a gauntlet of people standing around us, just encouraging us for, from transition to tummy time to whatever, to graduation, to, hey, we now know how to ride a bike. Oh man, my goodness, you remember that first time when you learned how to take the training wheels off the bike? how
I
cool that
remember
was.
I remember that first time. Funny thing, as I was riding my bike, my parents were talking to me. I looked behind to talk to them, not realizing there was a parked car on the side of the street in front of me,
Wow.
and I slammed immediately into that car and fell over.
Not not the launching point that you were looking for. You know,
Oh, but it was
like
memorable. It was memorable.
not
He got air.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
not. It's kind of short lived there.
No,
Yeah,
but
you
I'm
know,
saying,
short lived.
Man, Martinez, I love the way you think, man. You've got such an individual viewpoint, and like that's what we need across the entirety of civilization is looking at things differently. But what you were saying about launching points, I've got to tag on to that, and then I'm going to shut up for the rest of the panel. But dude, in parenting books, in psychology, everything else, they call these milestones leaps now.
hmm
So, and you look for the leaps that your child are making. The Bible said we move from faith to faith and strength to strength. In order to get from strength to strength, there has to be that leap.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
And so there has to be that moment of, oh God, am I going to make it? Oh God, yes. That's what faith and trust is just going ahead and making that leap. So I'm done.
Nah, you're not done. But let me tell you something. You're exactly right. That's why I told, I forgot who I was talking to, but I was like, yeah, if we get Martinez and Billy in the same conversation, dude, we're going into some deep waters, man. We're getting ready to. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome.
That was
Uh,
awesome,
You know,
Billy.
I kind of want to chime in. Martinez, again, I'm with Bill. That's a really great question. Kind of made me think here. And I was like, well, on my perspective, I'm not in college at the moment, but I did take a cultural anthropology class, and oh, it was amazing. And it really depends on your culture, Martinez.
Right.
It really, really does. It depends on your culture, what you celebrate. There are some people that getting married is not going to be a leap that they ever want to take or a milestone that they ever want to take. But there are other, like, okay, we celebrate birthdays, and like our big birthday is what, 18 and 21, right?
Right.
Like what? And then you
Yeah.
got your, and then you don't really celebrate again until you're like 30, and then you're 40, and then you hide that you're 50, and then
Yeah.
60 is like yes, and then after 60 you do what, 65 is a big birthday, 70. And so we have those celebrations. But like in the Jewish culture, 12 is a huge birthday for them.
hmm
12 is not a huge birthday for us. And they celebrate birthdays different. So that really begs the question. I love to be celebrated. You love to be celebrated. What kind of culture do we want to implement in our own family units? What do we want to celebrate our kids for? What if we have that kid that doesn't want to, they finish high school and they don't want to go to a university, but maybe they want to just go straight into the workforce? How do we continue to celebrate what we believe are leaps? So I love that question, and kind of posing a question underneath that, like, what kind of culture could we make in our own homes, because every home has their own culture,
Right.
to be able to celebrate adults for what they do. I mean, not everybody is a business starter and it's going to have that very first thing. You know, not everybody is going to do the same thing. So I kind of, I just say it just depends on your culture and what kind of culture do you want in your own home.
I love it. I mean, the thought just came to mind because I was just thinking as it relates to launching points, or, Billy was mentioning milestones and that kind of thing. I was just thinking in terms of like how important they are, and trying to, help you recognize that, hey, this is a big deal, and everyone celebrates that around you, and it's just so natural and so organic that like the whole world joins in when it seems like everyone like sweet 16, 18, and 21, that's the trifecta, and again, as we go up in age, we typically are less inclined to celebrate birthdays because, oh my god, I'm getting older, and so there's kind of like that hush, but and so but going back to the younger ages, just like there's just so many events that seem to kind of like parallel us being having reasons to be excited, having reasons to recognize, hey, listen, there's new opportunity out there. New, there's a new world out there. It's like to go from crawling to walking is huge because it's like, man, I can go anywhere, and then you can from walking to riding a bike, you know, and then from it's just like, whoa, you can cover more ground, that kind of thing, and from riding the bike to getting a car, it's like, man, I can see the world. It's just anyway, it's just like launching points are just so symbolic, and I think as you know, do we have them as adults? And if we don't, does that say something about whether we can be celebrated? When we welcome celebrations, maybe that has something to do with maybe that has something to do with our mental state. As far as things not happening for us and that kind of thing.
Yeah. And here I am going back to the Bible again.
Here we go again in my word, in his word.
Oh God. But the Israelites, when they were going through the wilderness, or when they were going from one place to a destination, they would do two things. They would build altars, and they would build memorials.
Mm.
So the altars were, thank you, God, for bringing me this far. The memorials were there for whoever came up behind them to say, hey, I went through this launching point. You can do it too. Let me show you how.
Mm.
And that's discipleship and mentorship.
See, I love that. And I think what I get from that, Billy, is like, okay, perhaps earlier on in life, we all have natural launching points, albeit carnal, physical. But hopefully, as we transition it, maybe we don't get as many launching points in the physical realm, but so much more but more so in the spiritual realm. Like we get a new birthday. We have our first birthday, our spiritual, we're born again, so to speak. We have that spiritual birthday after that. And then there's like, looking at things through a different lens as it relates to, hey, what God has done for you. And you celebrate, like you said, I remember when I was here, but now I'm here, and I'm out of the miry clay. I'm kind of like,
they got to quit getting you and I together on things like this. We're gonna talk all morning, dude. You are insane, man. It's awesome.
We're gonna have to create a special segment, and I don't even know what we're gonna call it. But you guys, I want to work with both of you, and this is gonna be prime time. Okay, this is not when. Yeah, this is. I love it. By the way, good morning, Lucian Linkus from Nash Vegas.
Good morning.
Oh, by the way, if anybody wants to really get famous on Twitch, I've got somebody saying we can buy followers right now. Anybody want to take a stab?
Yeah.
I'm just messing.
I need a new set of tires. I can't.
Yeah. I love what you guys are talking. Like, don't stop, because I just hopped in there. I will tell you something that's interesting though. So number one, I do think that it's super important, and I will say that I'm probably not the most. Let me say this: it's not as natural for me, like the whole birthday, like even a birthday. Like it's kind of like, cool, it's my birthday. Like I don't really. That I'm not saying that's a good thing either, because like I love how like Brittany, like she is like when it's birthdays, and I'll tell you what I'm kind of hearing, it's about moments. It's about moments. And there's even a book that I read a while back ago that I think I'm going to have to dive back into it. It's called The Power of Moments. It's by Dan and Chip Heath, and they talk about how there is a kind of internal like wiring and desire for those moments, whether it is, like what y'all are talking about, being celebrated, or even what you were kind of saying, Bill, as far as I'm establishing a memorial for others. Like
Yeah,
this moment
exactly.
is special, not necessarily for me, but for who's going to see what I've done. You know, who is this
Exactly. And
going to inspire?
I see, my train of thought has gone to another station.
Choo choo.
Right? Chugga
Mhm.
chugga chugga. I was saying that the moment analogy. I heard someone one time say, "Don't make memories, make moments."
I like
Mm.
that. I like
Yeah, I
that.
did too.
And then it's like the idea of being momentous. That means that there's this thing that literally has impacted this one moment and made it impactful and specific on your life. You're in the big picture, and then something momentous happens. All that means is this is a moment that I'm going to remember.
Mm, that's
I love
good.
it.
Anyways,
No,
Yeah.
that's perfect. That's so good. So really and truly, maybe that because even what you're saying, like Kayla, how it's like it's kind of it's it's cultural, but it's also like even it's personal, right? Like so, for instance, you know, I guess the true thing that I'm kind of taking is like a moment is a choice. Like, what do you plan to give meaning to, right? Like maybe you have these like we kind of talked about it, like having that moment of just drinking a warm beverage and just having a moment. You know what I mean? Like who's to say that you know moments are not to be waited upon, but they are to be captive. Like I like what you said, don't make memories, make moments. Okay, well I think that kind of forces a presence that maybe we're just not always focused on. I don't know, does that make sense? Am I
yeah,
getting
it's like
hokey?
me. I make moments every morning. Like my moment is when I get up and get in the shower and pray, talk to God because God listens to me in the shower. Imagine that.
Honey, rain them
Um,
blessings like this shower.
Right.
and so then I go get my cup of espresso and I go read my Bible and talk a little bit to God again. It's an ongoing conversational moment that I intentionally make in the morning. It's not like in the 90s and 2000s we did devotions. You know, all devotion is just devoting your time to something.
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So anything can be a devotion. And so the idea is to pursue that relationship where I'll talk to God for the first hour in the morning, just, throughout the day. And then eventually say, well, I got to get my day started. I'll talk to you in about 20 minutes when I'm done with this.
Yeah.
That's why it says pray without ceasing. It doesn't mean get on your knees and wail. It means talk to God throughout the day.
Right. Right, absolutely. I think
Anyways,
it's a very good point, by the way. I love that.
And Jason, I like what you said. It is like when you become an adult and you come out on your own, it is something that is it's pretty personal. Like it's your it's your personal best. It's your
Mm,
personal momentous moment. Because here's the deal. I mean, all would love to be celebrated.
mm.
That's not in question. But some people don't have groups around them celebrating them.
Right.
Some
Mm.
people don't have the large families. Some people don't have any family at all.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it becomes like what to me is a momentous moment that I want to celebrate for me or in my marriage. Like some people let's say for example, I'll be a little bit vulnerable here. Billy and I celebrate. We actually have a vow renewal every 5 years.
Oh, cool.
We've been married for 10, and we started it at year 5, and we did it at year 10, and we do it every 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
There's reasons behind it. There's reasons why even if no one comes, even if we decide to do it on a hill far away near an old rugged cross, um we celebrate every 5 years. We take a moment and we pray over ourselves. We renew our vows. We tell them to each other because the number one is 5 is the number of grace, and so every 5 years we want to renew the grace we have for each other. And two, I came from a very broken family where there wasn't a father figure, there wasn't a husband in the picture. And then this is the longest relationship I've ever been in. So I want to take that moment to celebrate this milestone for my personal self, for
Mm-hmm.
my personal life, that we've made it together. And that becomes, Martinez, the launching point for the next 5 years.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I wish I could say the same over here as a newlywed. I kind of celebrate each week. I'm like, we're still together.
Hey, that for that.
Yeah.
I understand that for sure.
Each month, oh my God, like she's still here, But I love that. I really do. I think that's wonderful. And I tell you, like what's important, I think.
And I don't expect anybody else to
Go ahead. Hello?
Uh-oh. Go ahead, Martinez.
Okay. Well, I was about to say, like, I think what Kayla was talking about is wonderful, because it's just so you're conditioning, you're learning yourself to celebrate and create your own launching point, because and I wish we could all have that ability to kind of recognize opportunities, celebrate, because I tell you one thing that we do not need help in, whether there's people standing around or not, is, and I think it's important to have these launching points, because when we're alone, we and not even when we're alone, anytime we have a uncanny ability to recognize our failures, to beat up on ourselves.
Yeah.
And so, in a way, we celebrate our own moments, like we memorialize negative moments.
Mm-hmm.
And and that's where the dark rabbit hole, the spiraling downward, comes from. It's just like, I can't do this. I remember when I did this and I messed up, and and some of those figures play in our head over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like, come on, you have more to celebrate than you do to not celebrate.
Right. Well, let me jump in here real quick. It's now 7:30, so we got to wind this down.
Okay.
But Martinez, fantastic topic, and I'm totally fine to keep talking about this in Clubhouse, but I've got to shut the stream part down. By the way, if you are on Clubhouse, come on in. Join the conversation. The water's fine. But I will tell you this, I'm going to take the final word today, because you just said something, Martinez. I think it's great. And I think this is what is the forced issue, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What are you memorializing? What are you capping? Because that's the truth. When you go through a moment, when you go through something, do you remember the good or do you remember the bad? I think that goes back to that philosophy of, what are you looking to memorialize in your life? Are you, do you like, and that's actually what that power of a moment talks about.
Mm-hmm.
Is, let's say you go to Disney World, right? And you talk about all of these moments, those good moments, right? Because it was an epic adventure, right?
Right.
But those moments that were so powerful help you forget about all the junk of, oh, well, I had to wait in line for 2 hours to go see Mickey, and I had to pay this, and all the bad stuff gets crushed or forgotten because there's this peak of a good moment. So creating those moments to help you see, what's important, what's good, it's kind of interesting. I'm going to have to relook at that book again. It was, I remember reading it. It was I'm a pastor. He loved it. And it was good. So
that is good.
All right, guys. Well, thank y'all so much. What a wonderful, wonderful show we've had. Again, we've been live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok. And by the way, thank you all so much for watching on TikTok. We had some folks hop in with us, and appreciate you all. And of course, the Clubhouse panel. Y'all are rock stars. I love having conversations with you every day. Don't forget, day 24 of a 30-day challenge. We're on the home stretch, coming in hot. Let's get some great results. Let's renew commitments. Let's make the end of this 30 days a moment we celebrate because we put in the work, we got the result, we hung in there. Even when we quit, we got right back up. Okay, that's what this is all about, is building that integrity to keep getting up even if you fall off. But it's going to be awesome. And also, hey, it's Wednesday night, so a lot of places doing Bible study. We're doing Bible study at Point of Mercy, 7 p.m. online. You can do it on Facebook, YouTube, or the POM app. I'm sure we've got something rocking out in West Memphis. We got stuff in Bristol, Virginia for Souls Harbor. Get hooked in, all right? Get hooked into some good teaching. It's going to help you, all right? So, everyone, I want you to be blessed, be great. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 a.m.